Hello, my name is Trevor, and I am here to give you an informative presentation on the month and year of June 1994. Now, there were many interesting and cool events that I read about for that month. However, because what really caught my eye was the disasters and tragedies that had happened during that month and year. Now, to begin, we will start with June 2nd, 1994. In Scotland, there was a Royal Air Force Chinook crash. Earlier on the 2nd of June, the helicopter and crew had carried out a trooping flight. Now, around 4 o'clock, the Chinook flew into a hillside in the dense fog, crashing. The helicopter was carrying 25 British intelligence experts, including MI6 and other secret agencies. They were there to attend a conference at Fort George near Inverness in Scotland. According to several generals and officials, it was the largest peacetime tragedy the Royal Air Force had suffered. Next is the Java earthquake that occurred on June 3rd, 1994. This earthquake occurred with a moment magnitude of 7.8 on the Richter scale. It happened in a region which is characterized as having a weak seismic coupling. Because of this, earthquakes with slow rupture velocities are the most efficient tsunami generators. This earthquake was classified as the tsunami earthquake. As the tsunami reached Java and Bali, with run-ups up to 14 meters on the East Java coast and up to 5 meters on the southwestern Bali coast, more than 200 people were killed in the tsunami. Next is June 6, 1994, the Pais River earthquake. In 1994, the earthquake had occurred with a moment magnitude of 6.8 on the Richter scale at a depth of 12 kilometers, also 7.5 miles. The event is widely known as the Pais River disaster. The subsequent landslides and mudslides that destroyed the small town of Pais were very destructive. Pais was located on the foothills of the central cordillera of the Andes. It was estimated that 1,100 people, mostly from Pais, were killed. As well, 15 other settlements near Pais were also greatly affected. Then there is June 6, 1994. China's Northwest Airlines Flight 2303. Approximately 8 minutes after takeoff, the control tower lost contact with the plane. It crashed in a field 18 miles southeast of the airport. All 146 passengers and 14 crew died in the crash. As of 2016, it remains the deadliest airplane crash ever to occur in mainland China. Next is June 11, 1994, a day after my birthday, which is the Swedish spree killing. On June 11, Second Lieutenant Mattias Flink consumed a large amount of alcohol. He then equipped himself with an AK-5 assault rifle and 150 rounds of ammunition, setting out for a park in downtown Falun. This man shot 6 members of the Women's Auxiliary Services. Afterwards, he also shot 2 men, a cyclist and a security officer, at a nearby road crossing. 6 of the victims died immediately, while 1 died in the hospital. From the attack, 1 victim survived. June 20, 1994, Fairchild Air Force Base shooting. Dean Melberg, an ex-Air Force member, had entered a hospital and shot and killed 4 people and wounded 23 others. At the time of the shooting, Fairchild's hospital was an ungated facility. The gunman, armed with a Chinese-made AK-47, had entered the office of Brigham in London and killed both men. Melberg continued to move through the hospital, injuring several people. As well, he also killed an 8-year-old boy, Christian McCartney. He then walked out of the building into a parking lot, killing another woman. He was then confronted by a security policeman. The man's name was Andy Brown. He was a senior airman on the base. From approximately 70 yards away, Brown had fired 4 shots from his 9mm pistol, killing the assailant. On June 20th, 1994, was the Mashhad bombing. On June 20th, the explosion of a bomb in a prayer hall of Imam Reza Shrine in Mashhad. This killed at least 25 people. Later, by almost a year, Ray Pakistani daily, The News International, reported Pakistani investigators had identified a 24-year-old religious fanatic, Abdul Shakur, residing in Liria in Karachi. Lastly, on June 30th, 1994, was the Airbus Industry Flight 129. The aircraft had successfully completed a landing. It was still undergoing testing procedures. The captain performed 2 simulated engine loss go-arounds, where he would simulate the loss of engine power during flight. This time, on the second flight, the aircraft was flown by the co-pilot. 3 attempts were needed to engage the autopilot, showing that there were issues with the plane. As the plane was going, it began moving below the minimum 118 knots required to maintain control. As this happened, the aircraft started to roll and pitch downwards. After that, it crashed. All 7 people on board were killed in the crash. And these were the events and tragedies that I had found in June 1994. Me personally, there were many, many events that were interesting. Some about the president, some about sports, some about historical events, treaties between nations. But I personally found the tragedies and calamities that happened to be especially interesting. So that is why I decided to report on it. All in all, I really enjoyed giving this presentation. Found out a lot of interesting stuff about June 1994. I hope you all enjoyed my presentation and now know more because of it. Thank you.